Internet, it's Jessica and welcome to another reaction video for the new launch trailer for Life is Strange 2. So I have been looking forward to this, mainly because I kind of been avoiding the gameplay footage trailer and like the other like teaser trailer stuff that Life is Strange has been putting out, or I should say DONTNOD, mainly because I kind of want to experience majority of it when the actual first episode comes out. And I have been avoiding making theory videos or analysis videos, which is really weird because usually I make a lot on Life is Strange, but this time I haven't yet. I think I just want to wait until like the first episode comes out and then I kind of give my opinion, but who knows? Maybe I'll come up with a theory now that this trailer has come out. Anyway, let's check it out.
Sean! Oh god.
What?
Are you okay?
The music.
Wish I could go back to my town. Hey, just the son I wanted to see.
Oh, I feel so bad for them.
The cops are talking to everybody at school.
Hey, don't ever touch my brother.
That's right, you protect your little brother.
Okay, step away. Now. Calm down, officer. Shut up.
Why is there blood?
Now. This is a nightmare.
What? I didn't see any of this yet. Oh my god. Yeah, he did kill the officers.
Maybe you could come back.
I'm sorry, Layla. I can't.
So yeah, they're on the run. If I remember the description, they're going to Mexico and stuff like that.
Feels like we're walking nowhere.
Sean, I'm scared.
I'm right here.
I think I'm gonna cry when I play this game.
I know who you are and what you did.
Witness, how far will you run?
You and your brother are going to jail for the rest of your lives. Leave us alone. What's happening?
To secure your future. So it's like
have is the most important thing.
telekinesis? Power? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Or is it like he creates storms? Like, I didn't really think about that because like this entire time I thought it was just like telekinesis, right? That seems like the most logical explanation, but it looks like he's just creating a storm, kind of like in the first Life is Strange with the tornado and stuff like that. So the thing is, like, he's covered in blood. This kid has been harassing them. If I remember from the first like teaser trailer that was released, this kid was harassing them, and then Sean took it upon himself to punch this guy in the face because that's the most logical thing you would do if they were attacking your little brother. So like I totally get that. The police have been like causing a lot of problems in this town, if I remember from the newspaper and Captain Spirit, where it was like they mishandled a lot of like cases, and there's been protests in the town because just like the police aren't doing their job. And it's kind of clear because like from the last Life is Strange game, they were kind of like they were taking on themes that were not really in main gaming, like, you know, mainstream gaming. And I feel like I don't want to say like race and stuff like that is like the main theme of this game, but it's definitely gonna play onto like who they are, because they are people of color, right? Daniel and Sean, they're Mexican, so I guess it plays into the fact that they automatically assumed that these kids attack that random white kid just because, you know, and they're not giving him a chance. And since, you know, Daniel got scared trying to protect his older brother because the police are like pointing the guns at him, then he decides, I need to help my brother, and just decides to use his powers. So looking at like the footage of like how the powers came from the other like trailers that we've seen, it just seems like a forced push. That's what I originally thought. It's just like it's kind of like a telekinesis kind of power where he kind of does like a force push thing and has like all this energy to push everything away. But like from now, looking at this trailer, it looks like it starts like as a storm and it gets really, really worse the more scared Daniel feels. The more frightened or like scared he is, the stronger his power become. And someone made a comment on my last Life is Strange 2 video saying that they believe that, you know, Sean knows that his little brother has powers, but Daniel doesn't exactly know that he does. And that kind of makes a lot of sense because, like, from like other stories that I've seen where like powers are in play and stuff like that, usually when they are younger children, they can't control themselves or they're too afraid, it gets out of control. Take example Jean Grey from the X-Men. She's a very well-known example of like not being able to control her powers when she was young. Even as she got older, it started getting worse and worse because she's the most powerful mutant, right? So it's very difficult for her to understand how to control her powers. And I think it's the same thing with Sean. Since he's so young, he can't really control it. He has like a lot of power and he doesn't know that he can control it. So it's getting worse and worse for him. And I feel like there's a possibility that he doesn't know he has it because he may black out when his powers are happening. Because like he's knocked out in this scene right here. Like Sean is carrying Daniel, but Daniel's just like, why was he knocked out? I don't understand. Was it just because of the police officer shooting? Maybe he got knocked over, or there was an altercation with them fighting, or it's just something simple like after he used his powers he collapsed. It's just something like that. And at the same time, it's a possibility that when he did collapse, he doesn't remember like what he did. He's just like, I just remember like the police coming to our house, and he blacked out during the use of his powers, and then his brother is trying to protect him by saying like, you know, we're gonna run away, we're gonna go to our family in Mexico. I don't want my little brother to worry, because as an older sibling, you would want that for your younger one. Like, I know I would, because I have a younger brother, so it's just like, I would want to do everything I can to protect my younger sibling, even, you know, even if they don't 100% know what's going on, especially considering how old Daniel is. He's the same age as Chris, right? So I think they're like 8 or 9 years old, so, you know, they're still little kids and they don't really fully understand what's happening. And Sean is the only one who can take care of them since their father died. If you remember the newspaper from the last trailer, it said that he died. So right here, as they're hiding out in this like hotel, I think it's either like Daniel's having a nightmare or he's just like freaking out for some reason, because I think that also ties. Dreams play a big thing in the Life is Strange universe. We've seen that with Max and seen that with Chloe as well. They have a lot of meaning. So since we are playing as Sean, I think it would be interesting to see it from the perspective of someone who's outside of like the dream. And I think Daniel may be having a nightmare here, that's why he's scared, so his powers are kind of like happening in the hotel room, but he can't control it because either one, he really can't control it, or two, he's blacked out and he doesn't know what's happening, so his brother has to be the one to save him. I think that's what's happening in this game, and I think that's something really interesting that we're gonna have to, you know, focus on, because like, we played as Max and she had powers, right, and we got to see that. I think it's gonna be so cool to see it from the other side, because then before the storm we played as Chloe and there wasn't really any powers or whatever, so we really didn't have that magical element to deal with hands-on. This one is just like, our brother has powers and we have to watch him. So I wonder how the consequences will be, knowing that there was a witness, because that old man coming up to them saying, I know what you did. So obviously there has been a witness, but like, I'm just really curious like how terrible this is gonna be, because like, it was bad with Max trying to save Chloe this entire time. Now this time you're trying to protect someone because he didn't do anything wrong. In reality, he didn't really do anything wrong, right? Daniel didn't do nothing wrong. He's just a kid. And in the end, they were defending themselves from whoever that fucking white kid was coming to their house, and the police ended up shooting their father and stuff like that. So they're not guilty, but people are gonna see them as guilty just because when people are afraid and they can't explain something, they will usually put the blame on them, which is Daniel's powers. So I know I'm gonna be super emotional when this game comes out next week. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction discussion video thing. I don't even know like what I'm doing. I'm new to this like reaction format style. But anyway, if you guys have any comments yourself or any theories as to what you think will happen between Sean and Daniel on their adventure to go to Mexico, please let me know in the comments on what you think, and be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and bell button so you know when I upload my Let's Play for episode 1 of Life is Strange 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!